Hello once again, welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates, and it's time now for the Dunkin' Donuts High School Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin', and as always, we're joined by Paul Gotham from Pickin, Splinters.com. And Paul, what's on the website this week?
We have full action for high school boys basketball and girls basketball. All the teams are now into their season schedule, so plenty of recaps, plenty of work. One thing that I keep forgetting to mention, D3 local hoops. If you want to come and get the results from those games and write-ups, come and get those. We work with all local colleges to get that content up there. Don't forget about Kevin Aklubja writing Amerks and RIT hockey articles. Plenty there.
All right, Paul, you mentioned it, the high school basketball season under full steam right now. Talk about some of that. What are some of the highlights coming out of the opening week?
Yeah, well, certainly the saying it's only November is going to come out, but sometimes those early season games can tell a lot. And Northeast Douglas, it's funny, Northeast Douglas and Greece Athena are approaching this from opposite ends of the spectrum. Northeast Douglas goes to the finals last year, Class A2, returns all 5 starters. Athena goes to the A1 finals, they only return 1 starter. Both of them had great performances in the opening weekend. Northeast Douglas going over to Eastridge and beating, first of all, Webster Thomas in double overtime. Then they turn around the next night, have to play the home squad. They're down 6-0. Part of that 6-0 run is a Tony Arnold dunk. We thought the gymnasium was going to come down after that. Everybody's going crazy. Next thing you know, Northeast Douglas is up 1 at the end of the first quarter, up 11 at the end of the first half, and then they go on to win the game. Kyle Crandall with that crew, Adonis Flagler, Jameer Mitchell, Lamar Lovelace, those are all names that aren't well known. They should be well known, and they will be well known. We talked a little bit last week about Class A2 and how much of a struggle that's going to be. Those kids are going to be right in the middle of it. Back to Greece Athena. You look at it, it's becoming the Kelvin and Melvin show a little bit. Kelvin Reeves Jr., Melvin Council Jr. Mike Setzer, after they beat UPrep in their opener, he came out and he said right away, we're not rebuilding, we're reloading. And it's great to see those two kids, Kelvin Reeves, we kind of all looked at him last year as a kid who just sat in the back and let everything else happen. You're going to kind of do that when you got guys like Ryan Kabanka and Nigel Scanaberry on the floor. The two of them, Melvin and Kelvin, step right up, 25 points apiece in a win over UPrep. It'll be interesting to see how well those kids can continue to do that over a 20-game schedule and then into the sectionals. But for the first night, it was impressive to watch.
It's not too often you get a coach that'll come out and say, we're ready to go kind of thing, as opposed to he's usually they kind of downplay what they have on the court.
Well, and, you look at Mike Setzer, he coached under a Hall of Famer, Jimmy Johnson. And for him to come out, and his teams are going to always be prepared to compete every night. And there, you look at that team, and it's Kelvin and Melvin are going to be leaders in the points, but you look at DeAndre Newsome and Isaiah Brock, and then Johnny Salone was a returning starter, so they have a lot of pieces. And another Mike Setzer quote was, excellence doesn't graduate, tradition doesn't graduate. They've got a great tradition there at Athena. You can expect them to be in the mix, semifinals, finals for A1 this year.
All right, we'll have them every step of the way. Thanks as always, Paul. We'll be back with more of the Vision High School Sports Beat right after this.